We draw people to Christ not by loudly discrediting what they believe, by telling them how wrong they are and how right we are, but by showing them a light so lovely that they want with all their heart to know the source of it. That's absolutely true. And I think that's one of the greatest mission statements. This is honestly why what we're doing here for Faith Unaltered, we're trying to aim at what we call clarity with charity. Is really just genuinely looking at people and being like, you matter enough that I'll give you my ear. And if you have something to say, I'll take you at your word. I'll take you seriously. If you're genuinely listening, Christians, if you're genuinely listening, and you can hear the person, not the words that they have and how they hit you, but really hear the person that's talking to you, and you will be able to discern beyond just what the words that are being said into the heart from which it is being said. Christ said it is from the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. Understand that the person who is berating you and mocking you is speaking from a place of a need for power and position, because they simply have none in the reality of their own spiritual walk. And that is the abuse that they suffer, and they don't have a means by which to dispose of it. And if you can't be a proper receptacle to receive abuse and give love back, apologetics is not your game yet. I'm sorry to say it, but understand, Peter did not say, be ready with an answer for why you're right and they're wrong. He said, be ready for an answer for the hope that you have. And it is to recognize wholeheartedly that the person you're talking to is going to need hope, and you need to have an answer for it. And if what you're doing and engaging in apologetics is not being a hope, if that's not what you're doing with your apologetics, please stop. Please. You don't understand that when you expose people, but you don't give them hope, what you're doing is creating that deep darkness.
And you can't fake genuine hope. I have a word of faith background. You can't ever admit your struggle because, well, then you're speaking that into existence. And it's like, well, then I don't have genuine hope to offer anyone because I'm struggling and I'm putting on a smile. I want to reiterate what Joshua said too about if you are driven by the need to be right and you're not bringing hope, please stop, because you don't know how many people that actually care have to put those people back together because you've made God untenable. You have made God the stench of death in their life because all you were concerned about was being right instead of loving them and drawing out the image of God that is inherent to their nature, and they've been told to disregard and change and hate. It's so important to stop the I need to be right. Great, be right, but be love. Speak truth with love. They are more important than you being right. They might just need a hug and not your platitudes of truth.
And we don't show love simply and solely by speaking the truth. Yes, that is part of it, but that is not the way in which we show love. That's not how Christ did it.
I mean, that's exactly how Jesus approached the woman caught in adultery. Where are your accusers?
Ooh, yeah.
None, my Lord. Well, neither do I accuse you. Go and sin no more. Yep. There was truth that came with that love, but there was not, I need to be right. I need to embarrass you, the way that it was concerned about that individual.
There is a proper neurological sequence to being able to like open up the space that is willing to accept the truth. And instead of just simply bashing them over the head with the truth and then saying, oh, well, they just don't want to hear it. They're just, you know, they have,
and their persecution is proof that I'm on the right side by doing this.
Yes.
It's because they hate me.
Yeah.
I know I'm right.
That's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of self-aggrandizement rather than glorifying God. And that's one of the reasons why Jesus said, if the light in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Because everything that comes out of your mouth, every bit of truth coming out of your mouth is going to sound like the Nachash, not Adonai.
Yeah, you become a black hole instead of a star.